Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office investigating their third armed robbery of the weekend. Deputies say two suspects held up Uncle Nick's Deli on Manatee Avenue West just before 3:30 Sunday afternoon. The masked suspects took an undisclosed amount of cash and left without harming anyone. Witnesses describe them as black males about 6 feet tall with a thin build. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Manatee County Sheriff's Office or Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. Reality TV star Dog the Bounty Hunter spending the day in Bradenton talking faith and addiction with a local church. Dog, along with his wife Beth, spoke at Source Church. This is their second visit of the year. The two are close friends with the pastor there, and Dog also has a brother-in-law who lives right here on the Sun Coast. Dog is known for tracking down criminals with outstanding warrants. This week, the Sarasota Police Department themselves arresting more than a dozen people wanted for drug-related crimes, and the bounty hunter shared his thoughts about the importance of cracking down on those dealers.
When you stop it at the neck, the head, then it helps, you stop the pusher or the manufacturer. It helps everybody to live a lot safer.
Dog and Beth say that visiting the Sun Coast is a welcome relief, and they plan to keep making visits back to the area. And now to the city of Sarasota, where commissioners are preparing to tackle several controversial issues on Monday. Their agenda including a second reading of an ordinance banning medical marijuana dispensaries within the city limits, along with an issue that has been dogging the community for months: leash laws. Commissioners could require dogs to be on leashes at all city parks, but an exemption for one neighborhood has some residents there worrying about safety. Erica Jackson has more on that controversy in the Indian Beach Sapphire Shores community.
Right now, dogs can run freely in this park in the Indian Beach Sapphire Shores neighborhood, which is causing some serious drama among residents as commissioners look to tighten its leash laws citywide.
Dogs rely on playtime. It's very important for them in their development and their socialization.
Mel Harner and his pup Rosie try to visit Sun Circle Park every day.
It's a friendly place. It's a wonderful place to be, and the dogs are certainly a part of that.
That's why they hope city commissioners keep Sun Circle out of a new ordinance that will require leashes at all Sarasota parks. In March, several residents convinced the commission to include an exemption in the upcoming second reading.
The people who have dogs here are responsible for their dogs, that they won't let them off the leash unless they have a sense that they know where the dog is.
But more than a dozen homeowners say that hasn't been the case. In a letter to city commissioners, homeowner Francis Gaston questioned, why should our park not be as safe as other neighborhood parks? Gaston also acknowledged in 2015 a terrier-poodle mix was euthanized following an attack by two off-leash dogs. It's just one of 9 incidents since 2006, according to animal control reports sent to commissioners from residents, along with more letters and a petition.
There should be penalties for people that are irresponsible when they're off leash. Maybe that's a part of the solution.
Owners are still responsible for their pets even if the park allows off leash. Joel Worth supports keeping the park a leash-free zone, but thinks making it the city's only exemption will bring in dog owners from outside the neighborhood.
It will become a kind of a destination point for people who just want to come here because of dogs.
Earlier this year, the Parks and Recreation Board recommended all parks require leashes to make the city's ordinance more clear. Reporting in Indian Beach Sapphire Shores, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And there is some relief tonight for those affected by another prevalent issue in Sarasota: homelessness. Today, members of Pace Ministry helping distribute cold water and hygiene supplies in 5 Points Park. Volunteers providing common items most of us take for granted, like deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, and feminine products. One individual we spoke with says he's thankful for the empathy the volunteers are showing him.
Just don't condemn the homeless. A lot of us are out here for extraneous circumstances, so just show a little compassion. Pace Ministry does this type of outreach to the homeless community every month.
And now we head over to Wendy Ross for a first check on our local weather tonight. And Wendy, a hot weekend for us here.
It has been a hot weekend, and we have seen the showers throughout the evening hours, and things are now finally starting to calm down. 80 degrees for us right now. Dew point humidity levels are high once again, and the winds are coming in out of the east, and they're calm right now. We do have plenty of cloud cover still across the region, but earlier tonight, especially around Charlotte County, we had some very heavy thunderstorms that moved through the area, and you can see everything is now tracked off into the Gulf of Mexico, and we're left with some lingering showers, especially along the coastal sections right off of Sarasota and Manatee counties, and the heaviest weather has already moved away. As we head farther down to the south, what we are looking at is the heaviest showers that took place around Charlotte County, and that's where they got the lion's share of the heaviest weather. Take a look at this. Over 3 inches of rainfall in a very short period of time. Very, very isolated situation taking place, and that's what's been going on. We're also going to be checking out our newest disturbance. It's not a depression yet. It's a disturbance. We're going to be talking about that in just a few minutes, Adam.
Thank you for clarifying, Wendy. Those terms are huge when it comes to those systems. Well, new tonight, fire officials are responding to a blaze on the roof of a SpaceX building at Port Canaveral. First responders got to that fire shortly after 5 p.m. and were able to put it out by 8 p.m. So far, there are no reports of any injuries. SpaceX does rocket launches out of Port Canaveral. The company recently delivered cargo to the International Space Station. If you're hitting the highways this week, you could be joined by increased state patrols. Law enforcement agencies are launching a week-long campaign aimed at reducing accidents. Agencies across 5 states, including Florida, are taking part in Operation Southern Shield. The goal is to crack down on speeding, seatbelts, distracted driving, and impaired driving. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is putting up grant money to help Florida Highway Patrol increase its trooper presence. Officials say the campaign is being held during the summer because of the increased number of drivers on our roadways. However, all the troopers in the world could not stop this kind of accident. An Orlando man and father of 3 narrowly escaping death this morning on I-4 after a 7,000-pound metal pipe fell onto his van. FHP says this recycling truck carrying scrap metal overturned on the beach line, sending the pipe down 40 feet.
I've seen crushed cars before, but like nothing in this kind of circumstance where like they were up on a upper, bridge or whatever, and it rolled out of the container and crushed the car. I mean, that's, 1 in a million shot.
The man in the van, Jesus Escobar, escaped with only minor scratches to his head. The driver of the truck was ticketed for careless driving. Singer Aaron Carter has been arrested for suspected drunk driving. Deputies say he was pulled over about 90 miles north of Atlanta on Saturday night. According to the Habersham County Sheriff's Office, Carter is facing misdemeanor charges of DUI and pot possession. His girlfriend, Madison Parker, was with him and is also facing obstruction and drug charges. Carter is a former child star, best known for his album Aaron's Party, Come and Get It, and his hit single I Want Candy. His social media accounts say he still plans to attend a meet and greet with fans in Birmingham, Alabama, scheduled for Tuesday. And a follow-up now on a massive sinkhole in Land O'Lakes just north of Tampa. Today, families returning to what is left of that neighborhood 2 days after the sinkhole opened. While they wanted to salvage anything above ground, officials are forbidding anyone to approach that site. The hole is 225 feet across and 50 feet deep. Beyond the property damage and losses, some have a new fear over toxic chemicals and sewage mixing with their drinking water supply.
We're going to do 20 random samplings starting tomorrow morning to test our water at our environmental lab, bring those results back and inform the neighborhood of what their water quality is.
While tests are being done, experts say the risk of contamination is low. Still to come here on ABC 7, the father of zombie horror films passes away, plus search efforts continuing after a deadly flash flood killed 9 people in Arizona. We'll have the latest on the severe weather out west.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help
to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Famous lines from the film that laid the blueprint for zombie movies, Night of the Living Dead. The director of that classic film, George Romero, passing away on Sunday after a losing battle with lung cancer. Romero has been called the father of modern horror flicks. His producing partner, Peter Grunwald, says he passed away listening to the score of one of his favorite films, The Quiet Man. Romero was 77 years old. And another Hollywood legend also passing away tonight. A publicist for Martin Landau says the Oscar-winning actor has died. Landau died yesterday of unexpected complications during a stay at UCLA Medical Center. He was known for his leading role on the Mission Impossible TV series. He also starred in Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. He was 89 years old. A new poll is out tonight showing a grim snapshot of where President Trump stands in public opinion. The ABC News Washington Post poll shows Trump off to the worst start of any president since polling began, with an average approval rating at just 36%. President Trump replying to it via tweet, rounding that percentage up to 40% and calling it, quote, inaccurate. And now to the latest on efforts to repeal and replace Obamacare. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is once again delaying a vote on the new GOP plan. This time it is to wait until Senator John McCain can recover from surgery. Senate Republicans need 50 votes to pass that bill, and they have already lost support from 2 of the 52 GOP members in the Senate.
You know, I think the longer the bill's out there, the more conservative Republicans are going to discover that it's not repeal.
I would estimate that there are about 8 to 10 Republican senators who have deep concerns.
The latest ABC poll shows Americans favor the Affordable Care Act over the Republican plan by a 2-to-1 margin. And as for Senator John McCain, he is recovering after having a blood clot removed from above his left eye. His office says the clot was discovered during an annual physical. Surgeons removed it on Friday at the Mayo Clinic Hospital in Phoenix. In a statement, McConnell says McCain's surgery went very well and he is in good spirits. Doctors have ordered McCain to take a week of rest. Crews in Arizona are still searching for victims tonight after raging floodwaters smashed into a swimming area. 9 are dead and several others remain missing. And as ABC's Brian Clark reports, the danger is not yet over.
Holy mackerel. Our trail is blocked off because of this.
These images capturing the frantic moments after floodwaters swept away swimmers in northern Arizona.
Trying to rescue this guy and his 1-month-old baby.
One woman describing the terrifying events as they happened.
There's the son over there and the mom's in the water.
Water, mud, trees, and debris rushing down a mountain, flooding the creek below.
Finally got rescuers on site.
Too late for some. Flash floods and a sudden rainstorm sent a torrent of water through a swimming area, taking more than 100 bathers unaware.
There was hardly any warning that the flash flood was coming. One of the witnesses said he looked up and saw a wall of water coming toward him.
First responders scoured the area for victims by air and on the ground, including some who were washed miles downstream. The results, sometimes grim.
I've been with the sheriff's office 13 years, and this is the worst flash flood accident we've had.
Floods triggered by torrential rains like this, battering this waterfront restaurant.
The whole dock has flipped over, broken on all sides.
Rain and high winds striking elsewhere in the state.
The kids were crying, they're scared. He was like screaming, everyone was screaming. It was so terrifying.
The monsoon season is bearing down on the Southwest. There are flash flood watches through Monday night for Arizona. Brian Clark, ABC News, New York.
And there's just a lot of trouble out west there. I mean, these flash floods today, the fires they're dealing with in California, just nature is pounding that part of the country.
And we had our own little lightning storm right here across our region, especially around Charlotte County. They had some very heavy thunderstorms that moved on through. We didn't have severe weather. We just had strong showers that came on in, copious amounts of lightning, and all of that has finally died down. Today, we had a high of 93 degrees because the majority did not see a whole bunch of rainfall. Throughout the day, we had some scattered showers around, but that was really about it. And overnight lows last night, 75 degrees. Normally we're at 90 and 75, so we haven't broken a record yet, but it still was pretty hot. And 97 degrees was the record on this date. And so what we're looking at is 80 degrees right now. Our dew point humidity levels are high at this point, and the winds have really died down. They're coming in out of the east at around 3 miles per hour. We're looking at cloudy skies now, but we're expecting to see partly cloudy skies as the overnight time period continues. So what we've got are just some lighter showers now that are still lingering around, but earlier tonight, this is where we saw the heaviest rains moving right across parts of Fort Myers and, of course, the Charlotte County area getting the brunt of all of the heavy thunderstorms. And it was all right around the I-75 corridor. That's where you can see that flare up of showers and thunderstorms, and then everything continued to move out into the Gulf of Mexico. We had quite a lightning spectacle up here around Manatee County with heavy showers and thunderstorms that moved on through. Again, no severe weather was reported, but we did see very strong storms throughout the night. Again, isolated, and we're not looking at a whole lot of rainfall that's going to be developing throughout the overnight time period, but we are starting to see a little bit more moisture back into the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that means that rain chances are going to go back up to being a little bit higher starting on Tuesday with a 50% chance of rain. On Monday, we're going to get some more rains coming on in. Sometime during the afternoon hours, we'll start to see some showers, and they're going to be widely scattered once again. 30% chance of rain for Monday, and then, as I mentioned, as the week goes on, we see those rain chances going up. Invest 95, it's our latest disturbance that is now developed out here in the Atlantic. It's right in the middle of the Atlantic, and this system is moving very quickly towards the west at around 18 miles per hour. Over the next 5 days, there is about a 40% chance of development. The track is now taking it off towards the west, and so these are the spaghetti models that we're looking at, and we're continuing to see it staying away from the state of Florida. And this is what the National Hurricane Center thinks is going to happen. It'll just continue to move across and stay to the south of the Caribbean islands, and really it never develops. And this is all the way through Friday is what we're looking at. So that's good that it's not going to really be a problem for Florida. And what we're looking at for boaters, winds will be out of the southeast at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, a light chop out on the bay. And we've got rain back in the forecast each and every day, starting Tuesday with a 50% chance of rain. So tomorrow there's only a 30% chance, but we still keep those highs back up in the 90s. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. The Rays go down to the wire with the Angels out in Los Angeles. That's coming up next in sports.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday, and I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-990-3613. That's 1-800-990-3613. Call now, 1-800-990-3613.
What if this is all you need from your wireless provider, but what you're actually paying for is this, or even an unlimited plan? At Consumer Cellular, you don't need an unlimited budget, because when you switch to us, you'll only pay for what you need. Our average customer gets all the talk, text, and data they need for less than $25 a month. Many pay even less, as plans start as low as $10 a month. You'll love our reliable nationwide coverage and enjoy exceptional customer support. J.D. Power ranked us highest in customer service 2 times in a row. Plus, we've been an approved AARP provider since 2008 because of the superior support and outstanding value our service provides to members, including exclusive discounts. You can even keep your number and your phone, or get a great new one from us. Switching couldn't be easier. There are no contracts, and it's all backed by a 30-day risk-free guarantee. And now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-363-1903. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
ABC7's official Suncoast Hurricane Guide arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit. Download yours today at mysuncoast.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Now, sports.
Tampa Bay has won 4 straight games going back to before the All-Star break. Today they try to complete a 3-game sweep of the Angels out in Los Angeles. Chris Archer taking a shutout into the 5th inning, but Albert Pujols able to flare one to right. Former Ray Nick Franklin scores from second, and the Angels lead it 1-0. Rays down 2 in the 7th. Logan Morrison erases that with a blast to right field. It's his 26th homer of the season. That's top 10 in the league. Keep doing what you're doing, Lomo. Adam Kolarek just debuted 2 weeks ago for the Rays, but he loses the lead in the 8th inning. That's a 2-run home run by C.J. Cron. The Rays make it interesting, loading the bases with 1 out in the 9th, but they can't capitalize, and they lose that last game 4-3. Roger Federer is the new King of England, and Wimbledon is his domain. The future Hall of Famer dropping Marin Cilic in straight sets on Sunday to win his record 8th title at the All England Club. Federer won his first title there in 2003 and says it has always been his favorite tournament. It'd be my favorite too if I won it 8 times. After winning the Australian Open earlier this year, the 35-year-old says he's as surprised as anyone at the level of his game in 2017.
I knew I could do great again maybe one day, but not at this level. And I guess you would have laughed too if I would have told you like I was going to win 2 slams this year. You know, people wouldn't believe me if I said that, and I also didn't believe that I was going to win 2 this year.
Federer's twin boys Lenny and Leo are so bored with dad winning Wimbledon that Leo entertained that packed audience with some faces during his dad's post-match interview. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Many people with Medicare may be able to get extra benefits and don't even know they're available. You may be able to get dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage included in your plan. The Medicare Coverage Helpline is accepting calls to see if you're eligible to enroll now. You may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Making sure you go to the doctor and taking all your medications as prescribed can help protect your health. To make it easier, you may now be able to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that includes coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Help protect your health by choosing the right plan for you and get all the benefits you deserve.
Call to see if you may be able to get extra benefits including dental, vision, and prescription coverage. Don't delay. Call to see if you're eligible to enroll and may be able to get extra benefits now. Call 800-711-7200. That's 800-711-7200.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make 1 monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Artists from all across Tampa Bay come together for a Suncoast display. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll learn about the Skyway collaboration display at the Ringling. As summer stretches on, Bookstore One will help us keep the kids busy with books that will also help them get ready for fall. Plus, we asked Dr. Jenny about digestion, salt treatments here on the Suncoast, and Madison's in the kitchen.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, if you're still up with us, that means there's still time to celebrate National Ice Cream Day. It's observed every year on the 3rd Sunday of July, and it's part of National Ice Cream Month. According to the International Dairy Foods Association, ice cream dates as far back as the 2nd century BC. While no one is specifically credited with its invention, it shouldn't stop you from enjoying a late-night bowl, cup, or cone filled with your favorite flavor. And we're getting into some right now on set.
Notice the size of the bowl.
Hey man, ever the lady, Wendy Ross.
There you go.
And I'm just going to go with this.
Good, by the way. Yeah. And at this hour of the night, it's great.
I don't mind it one bit. So, Weather-wise, good,
Yeah.
good ice cream weather.
It's
out
great
there.
ice cream weather. It's nice and hot. It's going to stay hot all through the week. And you'll notice that tomorrow there's only a 30% chance of rain, but after that we start to see a 50% chance in our forecast. And that's all the way through next Sunday. I wouldn't worry too much about the Invest 95, but do keep your eye on it. We'll be paying attention.
All right, we should end every show like this.
Oh, I like
it a lot.
I do too.